everyone, this is Stacy Stube from Elsa Fitzgerald and we are here at Madison House. And for my Indonesian friends, hello, apa kabar? Ini Stacy, kita sekarang di Madison House. Very important project this morning. I have to decide which hat to wear. Just kidding. I guess some people alternate with deciding what shoes to wear. For me, it's hats and signature red lips and lace gloves. See that the base of the dress is sort of collaged together, but as I spread it out, you can see there's gaps as it was pinned on separately. So what I do is maybe I add lace or bring them together. It just depends. And then I will put it back on the form and then eventually on my body and then see how it all fits together. So I have many hours to sew, but it would be nice to give you guys a close-up of process. So this is probably getting closer to being finished in terms of the invisible thread together, but bear in mind, we started with this segment here where it's all these individual pieces that are pinned together in different ways that were done on the form that are now laid flat. So I can start converting it into what looks like one panel of fabric. I snipped the little pieces here with the darker invisible thread that I use. I have my little pin cushion there and my little scissors, which I almost consider like a sword. I love this ivy. I know it can be invasive and take over a building, but there's something very romantic and gothic about it. I had a call today with a very inspiring gentleman, as I mentioned earlier, that I had met many years ago, but he said something that sort of stayed with me, and he said, make sure you dream big enough, because if you dream small, you might just get it. And I love this house. I mean, anyone would. It reminds me of an old world atelier in Paris, somewhere mixed between England as well in terms of its aesthetic. Something I would love would be to create that world, bring it back alive. You know, when I flip through these books, they're black and white images that are extremely magical, but it doesn't exist today, not really. So I'm trying through this process to understand what that would look like from a fashion film education perspective, and that's what I will be working with this accelerator with for business, to kind of concentrate on looking at what the overhead costs would be to have an Elsa Fitzgerald house that has old world luxury fashion experiences in the digital space. More recently, I've just found out that Bali is closing its borders, which is fair enough, but I had intended to send the collection there, the exhibition that I'm working on, but I kind of want to play around with this idea of what if I did psychologically close the borders of the world and I tried to bring the emotions of the world into this magical place and share it through the work that I do with video content. So I don't know what that looks like in a grand scheme of it all, but I hope that I can bring you in to this mixture of Paris, London, Bali, here in Baltimore. So I have been sewing for a few hours now, but I've been watching a show on the Smithsonian Channel. I think it's called American Princesses, and it was about sort of the industrialists and their daughters and how they ended up marrying into the British aristocracy. This will probably be easier for me to show you. So you can see where these pins are. those are not attached, but by having pinned it onto the dress form, I was able to gather where I want the placement. And then here, I have my pins and the visible thread, sort of like the black tint, and you'll see me sewing.